Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you guys like what you see on the channel and become part of this journey with me by subscribing, hitting that subscription button, of course, giving it those thumbs up. It's extremely important for the video. I'd like to mention that I do have a private crochet group. You're more than welcome to join as long as you have a profile pic. Also a Facebook crochet page. You can follow Instagram and TikTok. All of these links will be below in the description box. All you have to do is click and follow. I also like to mention that I use 4-ply, 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal brands. I am in Europe, in the islands. My colors go by number, not by name. So let's say this royal blue is number 3, and of course white stays white. Name only white. These are similar to Lydia number 3. Cotton. Mine's a little bit thinner, so your patterns will become bigger. Also inside of the description box below will be a link in how to zoom in the stitch on any channel for that matter. It's a way of teaching you. A lot of you don't know how to zoom it in or zoom out, and how to slow down the video, turn your closed caption on, read, pause, take notes if you have to. I know sometimes I can get carried away and crochet a little bit too fast for you, but you know, sometimes I have control of it and sometimes I don't. It's just an old habit. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. So I use, for the most part, 2.75 hook, a small one to tuck in loose ends, of course, and a pair of scissors. A lot of people ask me about these balls of thread. They're 100 grams, equivalent to 325 yards. They're $12 a ball with shipping. Shipping is horrendous out here. Literally costs more than the pattern itself for a lot of times. It's crazy. But it's privately owned and we can't do anything about it. It is what it is, and we do need the post office, right? Okay, so we're going to get started. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, everybody. So I had a special request to create the oval centerpiece, which is from Lusvanya. Some of you that follow me remember. I did rectangular and I had done the round one, and I was requested to do the oval. So inspired by Lusvanya Crochet. Absolutely love her. A lot of you know that I speak of her when I love so much her style. She's so similar to myself. So we're going to be using number 20 color. 4-ply 100% cotton thread, similar to Lydia number 3. This is color number 40, and this is color 16, which I have 15. I have a lot of yellow canary left over, so we'll be creating the flowers with them. Okay, so oval, doily, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Please give it a thumbs up on the video. I will leave her link below. You guys will absolutely love her creations. It's so similar to mine, I find. And I'm a big fan of hers, and I absolutely adore her. Fantastic, fantastic crocheter in person. So we're going to get started. 2.75 hook, a small one to tuck in loose ends, and of course a small pair of scissors to snip, right? Let's get started, everyone. Thank you so much. Okay, everyone, so I'm going to start off with 54 chain stitch. So I'm going to start off with the slip stitch. That never counts for anything. And don't tighten it up too much, or else you're going to have a hard time doing the double crochets on the next row. Will pull too much the pattern. So 1, 2, 3, 4, until 54. Now here's the thing. You want to go bigger. You just keep adding 4 more chains. Each time you want to go bigger. Keep adding by 4 chains. Okay? I've done my 54 chains. I'm going to come back into my 5th. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to grab almost, let's say, pulling that bottom one, but going through the top, and I have two loops there. If you go right in the center, it won't bend like a U shape. If you grab only the top loop here, then it's going to bend. And a lot of you comment that in the groups, like what to do when it's bending. It's because you're grabbing that top loop. Okay, so one double crochet per stitch all the way to the end, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've done 51 chain stitch. Okay, we are going to put markers not on the 3 chain that we turned over to do the first double crochet, so the one right after. Okay, we're going to be using this to do the oval, this last one here, and I'm also going to mark the one before the last one, like that. Okay, so counting from this marker to this marker, we have 49 double crochets. Okay, so we're going to work 5 more double crochets on this last stitch. This belongs to the edge, the corner, the oval corner. Okay, so with that last one, we'll have a total of 6 double crochets. So I've done 1, my hands are slippery today for some reason, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now, not counting the marker on is the sides. This is the oval corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to grab my smaller hook because my stitch is so tight to go in where we did the chain stitch. So we have the 6 in the corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't go over where we have the 6, we go to the next one. And I'm going to put a marker also on there. So we'll have the 4 markers. Now, funny thing is, I had just read a comment this morning. You know how you do the previews, the 15 seconds on the shorts? And someone had made a comment stating that she was a crochet teacher or something like that, and mentioned that I pretty much hold my hook wrong and I should not be using markers, and my counting is not the way it's supposed to be done. It's not good to be teaching the young ones this way. To each one its own. You do your own counting and you do your own marking and you do your own holding your hook as you wish. Each individual is different, as long as you can crochet and get somewhere with it, which is fine. I have no critique on the way you hold your hooks and so on and so forth. But I think it's kind of sad when people have to make certain comments like that. But anyway, what can we do, right? So let's just carry on. 1 double crochet per stitch until the marker that we have here on the other side. And then remembering that what we do on this side with those 6 double crochets, we must do on the other side. Now I'm using a smaller hook, obviously it's thinner, but I am stretching my thread because I don't want my double crochet to be smaller than this side, correct? And then I'll put the marker on the other side also. We should have 49 double crochet on this side too. Okay everyone, so I have my 49 double crochets on this side and we have the marker right there. So I'm going to put the marker on this one too. And for that lovely lady that left me the comment about holding my hook and marking my stuff, whatever the case may be, I think you should open your own channel and hold the hook as you wish and teach how you would like. I think it would be a good idea for you, and best of luck, right? Okay, so 1 in the same stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochet, because we already have these chains here that makes it our 6th. Okay, so I'm just going to close it in with slip stitch. So now we have the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to change my hook. I'm going to take out my marker so I can work on that double crochet. So I'm just going to come right over to the next one, stretch my thread, and do my first double crochet, and I'm going to put my hook on there. And then again, 1 per stitch. So you should have your 49 double crochets, again just the same until we get to the next marker. And I'll meet you at the other end, at the oval. So I'm arriving where my marker is, and I'm going to do a double crochet. I'm going to take my marker and bring it up. And I'm doing it this way because it's easier for you guys to understand. Now, where we have the 6 double crochets at the edge here, we're going to do an increase of 2 on each double crochet. Okay, so we'll have a total of 12 double crochets. So I have 4 so far, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. We're going to do exactly the same thing on this side. So doing my double crochet, bringing my marker up, and 1 per stitch until the marker. And then when you get to the marker, you know you have your 6 here, you have to also do 12, 2 per stitch. I'll meet you at the end of mine. So this would be considered row 2, okay, because we keep going as an oval. Row 1, row 2. Okay, everyone. So I've arrived at the end. I took my marker out. I am going to close it in with a slip stitch. I'm going to go into the next one. So I'm going to skip the one I've closed in. I'm not coming back in and work on it. That's what I want to say. So I'm going to try that again. So we have that single one chain we did. Okay. I'm going to try to grab it more down here so you guys can see it properly. On that one we did. Okay, so now I'm going to come into the next one, stretch my thread, and do a chain, single and one chain. So that's my first double crochet. Now this, I'm going to just hook it on here so you guys know that this is the where we stopped at the curve, you know, automatically, because the other ones, they have 2 double crochets each, right? So I'm just going to hook it on here like that on the side, just like that. Okay, and I went into the next one to do my first double crochet. We're going to build groups of 3 double crochets. So this is my first group, 1 chain. I'm going to skip a stitch and I'm going to continue and create again my 3 double crochets, 1 per stage. So I have my second group, 1 chain, skip a stitch into the next one. We're going to do that until we get to the marker. Okay, we're also going to skip where we have the marker here. So you should end up your group on the last one here before the marker. And we should have a total of 12 groups. I'll meet you at the end. So I'm almost at the end. I've done my 1 chain. I'm going to skip a space and do my last 3 double crochet, 1 per stitch, my last group, and that lands right before the marker. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to skip where we have the marker. We're going to do 1 chain, and we're coming in that first of the 2 double crochet into the next one, double crochet, 1 chain, into the next one, double crochet, into the next one. So we're building groups of 2, double crochet, 1 chain, into the next one, double crochet, and again. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 2 double crochet. We're not going to be working where we have the marker. We're going to skip and repeat the same thing what we just did. 1 chain into the next double crochet with double crochet and create those 3 double crochet groups. 1 chain, skip a stitch into the next one. So you should have 12 on this side also, 12 groups. Okay, and on the other edge we must do the same thing. Okay everyone, so we're reaching the end, and I'm going to close it as if we're doing half double crochet, so we can end up on the center here. Okay, we're going to come back in, do a single and 1 chain, create 2 more double crochets, And this time we're doing groups of 3 double crochet, 1 chain into the next space of 1 chain and create 3 double crochets, 1 chain space into the next one, 3 double crochets. We're going to do that all the way around, even inside of that 1 chain space at the edge where we have the groups of 2. We'll also be creating 3 double crochets. I'll meet you there at the edge. Okay, everyone. So doing my groups of 3, I've done my 1 chain, coming in and continuing to do those 3 double crochets, 1 chain. So now we're entering the groups of 2. We're working inside of the 1 chain space, 1 chain into the next one, 1 chain. And we're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is row 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. So we've done the last 3 double crochets at the edge. We have the marker here, which we know this belongs with the 12 groups. And we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to close it in like half. Okay, coming back in and doing my single, stretching my thread, and 1 chain. That's my first double crochet. Now at the edges here, we're going to increase to 4 double crochets. The rest stays the same. The 12 groups stays the same. 3 and 4. So we know that we have to create after the marker 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have 6 groups. After here, we do the 3 double crochet groups all the way until the other edge. 1 chain, and again. Okay, so this belongs to the edge. There's 6 groups. We're just increasing on the double crochets on the 6 groups. So next row will be 5, let's say. So we have 12 groups again to complete with 3 double crochet. Once we've completed the 12 groups, which is going to land here, then we go in 6 times 4 double crochets groups. Okay? So I'll meet you at the edge just to make sure you guys are on the right track. 1 chain space and continue your 3 double crochet. Okay, everyone. So counting the 3 double crochet groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this is where the marker is. So 1 chain. Now we do the 6 groups of 4 double crochet. 1 chain and continue on. We'll repeat the same thing on this side. So we have 2 groups, we have 4 more to go, and then continue to do your 3 groups, your 3 double crochet groups 12 times. Okay? Okay, everybody. So closing out row 5, I'm going to do that sideways half double crochet. So I'm going to come in and do that half. Now we're going to do the increase differently. We'll be doing groups of 2 only of double crochet and 1 chain, coming in between where we have the 4, right in the center and inside of the 1 chain. So I'm going to come back in, create, I'm going to give it a little stretch so we can have enough height here for the double crochet. 1 more. So groups of 2 only, 1 chain, coming inside of the middle of the 4 and doing 2 double crochet. 1. So we have 2 groups already of 2 double crochet, 1 chain space. I've done my 1 chain. Now I'm going to do 3 double crochets. We're going to start the group. Let me just confirm here if I'm on the right side. Okay, everyone. So we're going to do the 3 double crochets, 1 chain space. So I'll meet you where we have the marker at the edge over here, just to make sure we are on the right track. Okay. Okay, everyone. So I've done my 12 groups of 3, and I'm going to start my groups of 2. 1 chain, 1 chain in the center of the 4 double crochets, 2, 3 in the center of the 2 double crochets. So far we have 4 groups. I'll come back to you once I am done the edge. Okay, everyone. So on this row 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we're going to have 12 groups of 2 double crochet, 1 chain space between them. So 1 chain. Now I'm going to start my 3 double crochet groups, okay, and I'll have 12 of them also. So 12 groups of 2 double crochet at the oval and 12 at the sides. Okay, everyone. So I've done my 12 groups of 3, doing my 1 chain, coming in and doing my groups of 2 double crochet into the center of the 4 and create your group again. So I should have 12. Okay, everyone. So I've done my 12 groups of 2. Now this row 7 coming up. So I'm going to close in with my sideways half. This row 7, we're doing groups of 3 double crochet all the way around. 1 chain. So that means on the edge, on the sides, the whole row is groups of 3 double crochet. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row. It's just groups of 3 double crochet. Okay, everyone. So we've closed out row 7. We're going to start row 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now this row 8, we're going to have only 6 increases in here. This row will be only double crochets, but at the oval part we'll have only 6 increases, remembering that our guideline is here. So, and even on this side we have our guideline here. So we're not doing the increase in this one. We're going to start the increase on the next one. So 1 increase, no increase. 1 increase, no increase. 1 increase, no increase. 1 increase, no increase. 1 increase, that's where we're going to start off now. No increase and 1 increase. That means that we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? And you'll see what I mean as we start off. So I've closed in with that half double crochet. And I'm going to start my first increase in here. So I'm going to come back in, stretch it with a single 1 chain. I'm doing 2 double crochet group here. Here we'll have only 1 double crochet. That's what I mean by no increase. So this one here, we have no increase. Oops, I don't know what the hell I was doing. Hold on. Sorry about that. So 1 per stitch. Sometimes my mind is just like too far off. Going in 1 per stitch. So we have that increase. The next one, we are doing only 1 double crochet. Continue 1 per stitch. Don't forget our marker is here. So here we're going to do our last increase. 2 double crochets on the same 1 chain space. And now it's only from here on 1 per stitch and 1 inside of that 1 chain space. Only the curves we are going to do the increases, okay? But I'll meet you at the edge. We'll be having 6 increase. So far we have 2 increase. That means we're going to have 4 more here. Okay, so I'm going to meet you over here where we're supposed to start off our increase. Okay, our marker is there. And we're going to start our increase here. Okay, everybody. So my marker is here. And I'm going to start, so not on this one, still 1, the one right after. I'm going to start my first increase. So if you look at it this way, we're not doing on this one, the one right after. So that's my first increase. 2 double crochet on the same stitch and 1 per stitch. This one no increase, so 1 double crochet only, 1 per stitch, doing my second increase, 2 double crochet on the same stitch and 1 per stitch, no increase, now we're going to do the increase. 2 on the same chain stitch, 1 per stitch, no increase, 1 per stitch, two double crochet, increase on the same chain, 1 per stitch, no increase. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, increase. This will be our 5th. No increase. And our last increase, our 6th increase. And 1 per stitch. And we'll have to repeat the same thing at the other edge. So my marker. So we have the last increase, 1, 2, no increase, 3, no increase, 4, no increase, 5, no increase, 6. So we have our 6 increases. And this is right after. So we have our marker there. Okay, don't get it mixed up. Here's only 1. And we're going to do the same thing to this one. So our marker is here. We're going to start our increase right after. All you have to do is just line up your hook and you'll know. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so we've closed in row 8. Now we're going to do the backwards double crochet motive. Okay, so I'm going to come into the next one after closing in with slip stitch. I grab both. I'm going to stretch my thread and stretch again. My first double crochet, 2 double crochet, and my 3rd double crochet. I'm going to come back into the stitch just before my first double crochet, and I'm going to stretch my thread and do a sideways double crochet. I'm coming into the next one, double crochet, double crochet, and my 3rd double crochet. Not to my next one, I'm sorry, apologize. We have to skip a space in order to come back with the cross one. Skip a space into the next one. I don't know what I was thinking. Double crochet, and my 3rd double crochet. So we skipped a space. We're going to work on that empty space with the sideways double crochet. Skip a space into the next one and create the 3 double crochets. We're going to work like this all the way around. Now you can change colors if you want this motif to pop up on your pattern. I'm just, because it's the same thing as the other ones, same colors, so I'm going to continue with the same colors. Skip a space and then to the next one. 1, 2, 3, double crochet. Come in the back one that we skipped, stretch your thread, and do a sideways double crochet. So we're going to continue to do this all the way to the end, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I'm on my very last one. And come back. And then I'm going to hook it on the last one here. Okay, so now I'm going to cut my thread and I'm going to come in with my white. Now it seems like I have one extra, which is okay, no problem. Maybe I miscounted somewhere, but one extra ain't going to change nothing on the pattern. So I'm just going to tuck in my loose ends and I'm going to come back with the white. Okay, everyone, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, going into row 10. This row 10 will be about double crochets, and we have to do 12 increase, but we'll do it at the edges. So we're going to keep following our direction here just to make sure we're on the right track. Straight up. So I'm just going to come in the first one here. Now you can do directly your 3 chains. I'm just going to do it this way. Double crochet. I'm not going to worry about the string. I'll tie it up at the end. So 1 double crochet per stitch. And when we get to the corners, we'll do the increase. 6 on each side will give us the total of 12 increases. We need to have 216 double crochet. Okay, so I'll meet you here at the corner. Okay, everyone, so basically where the marker is, so far I have 49 double crochets, but that doesn't matter. I mean, it matters to be counting at the end if you have the 216. Here we're going to have to do a increase of 6 on this side and 6 on this side. It doesn't matter really where you put it, as long as you put it here at the oval place, okay? So I'm just going to continue on, and I'm going to do my first increase here. I'm going to add 2 in the same stitch. So I have my first increase. I'm going to continue on doing 1 per stitch. Now I don't want to put them all together so it doesn't look so obvious. So I won't do the increase on the next one. I'll do it in the one after. Okay, so that means I did it here, I didn't do it here. I'm going to do it on this one. You can add it anywhere. So I've done my second increase. On the next one, I'm not doing my increase. 1 per stitch. Okay, so I did my increase here. I'm not doing it here. I'm going to do it on my next one. That will be my third increase. And the same thing goes for the other side. Make sure that you have 216 at the end. If you need to add a few more in case you missed out on something on the previous row, then you just add a few more around, okay? So I've added my third. I'm not going to do it on this one. I'll do it on this one forward. I'm not going to do it on this one. I'll do it on that one. My fifth, and then my last one there. And I almost knocked my camera down. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. So there's no specific place. I'm just alternating and adding my 6 increase on this side. And then when you get here after the marker on this side, just do the same thing. Okay, everyone, so I'm on my last one. I've done my 6 increase on this side, my 6 increase on this side. I have 216 double crochet. I'm going to come on my last one here and close it in with slip stitch. I'm going to come back in. I'm going to do a single and 1 chain. And I come back in again in the next stitch, of course, and do 1 per stitch, 3 double crochet. Only when I'm going to come around, I'm going to complete this group of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. Skip 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. So now I'm going to build groups of 5 double crochet, 1 per stitch. I need a total of 28 groups of 5 double crochet. We will be having an increase at the edges, so you have to pay attention. 2, 3, 4. 4 chains. Skip 1, 2, 3, 4. At the edges, we're going to have 4 increases on the same stitch. That means 2 on the same stitch. We need to increase 4 times, but I'll show you when we get there. Okay, so I'm going to continue to do my 4 chain, skip 3 space, going to the 4th, create my 5 double crochets until I get to the marker. Okay, everyone, so we know our marker is there. That means I'm going to have to do my first increase here. So I'm just going to take out 1 out from the 5. And I'm just going to add another one on the same stitch. So we have the same 5 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. On my next one, I'm not doing the increase. So I'm going to skip a block of 5 and increase on the next. 1, 2, 3, and on my 4th. So I'm going to do my normal 5 double crochets. 1 per each stitch. Your 4 chain. So I didn't increase here. I will be increasing on the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4 on my 4th. Now you can do your increase at the beginning, in the middle, as you wish. So I'm going to do the increase here on my 3rd, just because I feel like it. So we have 4 and 5. On the next one, I'm not doing an increase. Remember I said we have to increase 4 times on both sides. 1, 2, 3 on my 4th, doing the 5 double crochets. Okay, so we have 1, 2. On my next one, I'm doing the increase. 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. So on my 3rd double crochet, I'm doing the increase here. So this is my 3rd, I believe, increase. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, my 3rd, and I have 1 more to go. And I will have to do the same thing at the other edge. 1, 2, 3. I'm not doing an increase on this one. I'll do it on the next one. And everything else is little blocks of 5 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. Now I'm going to do my last increase. So on my 3rd one here, on the same stitch, that's my increase. So I've done my 4 increases. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now everything else until, again, we meet here right after the marker. we start the increase. Okay, and at the end we're going to complete the other 2 double crochets here to complete the 5. Okay, we'll have a total of 28 little blocks of 5. Okay, everyone, so I'm going to do my complete of the 3 that we started. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Skip 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. I'm going to complete the other 2 that's missing for this group. And close it in with slip stitch. Cut your thread. We're going to build the leaves now. Okay, so I have 28 groups of 5. Increased 4 here. 1 increase, no increase, 1 increase, no increase, and the same thing on this side. So I'm going to come in with the multicolored green for the leaves. Okay, everyone. Now you can do your normal double crochets you do with your 3 chain. Okay, you can pretty much start anywhere. I'm going to start on the center here on my 3rd double crochet where I've closed off, and I'm going to do a single. Okay, and then I'll use the rest of my string to tie in at the end, and 1 chain. I'm going to come on the middle one here, so we skip those 3 on the middle, and you have to put that 4 chain in the back and work on the center here. I'm going to do 3 half double crochets. So I have 4 loops on my hook. I'm going to close it together and do 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. Come back in the same one and do 3 halves again. 2 and 3. 4 on the hook, close it together. So I've done my first set of leaves. 1 chain. Coming on 1, 2, the middle one up here, single, 1 chain. Again, skip the first, come on the second, which is the middle one down here. Put your 4 chain of the white behind. Do your 3 halves again. So it's just a repeat. 4 loops on the hook and close it. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. Come back on the same one, half double crochet, and half double crochet. I have 4 on the hook, close it, 1 chain, come back up, skip 1, 2 on my 3rd one, single, 1 chain, and repeat everything again, all the way around the same way. And then you can cut your thread. We're going to come back in. I'm going to come in with the yellow to do my flowers, my canary yellow. Okay, so, and the string stays back here because the flowers we're going to work on, we're going to tie on both strings together. Okay. Okay, everybody, so I finished all my leaves, and I'm going to come in on the 4 chain, but we're grabbing both the front and the back. I'm going to start to create my flowers. Make sure you go through both. And I'm going to do a double crochet inside of these 4 chain. We're going to create a total of 7 double crochets. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Stretch my thread, and I'm going to come on the first one, and I'm going to close it in, and then come inside of the center here, and I'm going to do 3 singles, 1, 2, and 3. 10 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to repeat the same thing. Make sure that you grab both chains. Has to be covered. So 7 double crochets. That's all we're going to do in 10 chain. 7 double crochets, 10 chain. 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on the very first one. Close it in. Come inside and do 3 singles. 1, 2, and 3. And repeat your 10 chains again to the next one. Just make sure you grab both loops, front and back, to cover with your flower. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I finished all my flower. I haven't been really counting rows because we're pretty much in the flowers, but in case for some of you that are still counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 with the flowers. I'm coming back in with the white again. This time we're going to be doing 3 half double crochets, and we're going to work inside of this chain space where we did the flowers. Okay, must be grabbing both chains at the same time. So inside of this space here, I'm going to do half double crochets, 3 half double crochets, so 2 and 3. I'm not going to worry about the string. I'm going to tie it at the end into the next space, and again 3 halves. 1, stretch your thread a bit, 2 and 3. So we have 6 total. Okay, so we skip from that single to the next one. Chain 2, 1, 2. That's to get into the other side. Again, half, 1, 2, and 3. Into the other one. Make sure you're grabbing both chains. 1, 2, and 3. And then again, 1, 2 chain. And continue, proceed the same way all the way around. 1, 2, and 3. So this would be row 17. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so we are reaching the corner. Okay, on the corner, we're going right after the marker. As you can see, we have that 2 chain to do, but we're going to do 3 chain 8 times. So we're going to do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It lands right at the other marker. 3 chain on the oval sides and also on this side, and then the straight line is 2 chain. Okay, so I have 2 chain done. I'm gonna do 1 more, 3 chain, and then proceed the same way with your 3 your 3 halves double crochet, so everything else stays the same. 1, 2, and 3, and 3 chain. 1, 2, 3 into the next space. Make sure you're grabbing both chains there. Okay, and then the same thing when you get to the other marker on this side. So you know you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it finishes right at the marker also. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the end. Now, this row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't think so. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, so row 14. So coming into row 15, I thought I made a mistake on calling rows here. That can happen. I'm not really good at calling rows. So I'm coming back in, or actually into the next one. Probably simpler that way. Stretch your thread, single, and one chain. So I have my first double crochet. Coming in the next stitch, double crochet, and next one, so double crochet. You know that we have 6 half double crochets from the previous row here, so you must have 6 6 double crochets, which I'll complete my 6th when I come back to this one. Where we have the 2 chains, we're doing 2 chains, 2 double crochet only, and then 1 per stitch again. And where we have the 3 chains, we are doing 3 double crochets. Okay, so 1 double crochet per stitch, 2 inside of the 2 chain space, and where we have the 3 chains at the oval part, we'll be doing 3 double crochets inside of that 3 chain space. So this is 2, not 3. So I'm going to come in my double crochet here and do your 6 double crochets. That's the same amount as the half double crochets from the previous row. That's all you have to do. Just remember to do 3 double crochets on the 3 chain here behind the flowers. And I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, so coming to your 3 chains, make sure that you do your 3 double crochets. Okay, meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I finished my row of white and I have 240 double crochets altogether. Now I moved up my markers and I have 8 flowers at the edge on this side, and I have 8 flowers at the edge on this side. So I put my marker just before the first flower and then on the other side also. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then on this side also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, my marker is right in between. We're going to do this row that we did here with a backward double crochet. The thing is, we're going to do the increase again on the same stitch like we did with this one. You might not remember now, but you will once we get to it. So I'm going to start right here where my marker is. And I'm going to do halves, 3 halves if you guys remember. So half, not half, sorry, double crochet. I don't know what I was thinking. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to go backwards to the double crochet just before and do our sideways double crochet into the next one, 3 double crochet again. We're going to have a total of 60, not the next one, sorry, here's where I made a mistake on the last time. So we skip 1 into the next one. We're going to have a total of 63 of these motifs. Come back, the one we skipped, And again, skip a space into the next one and continue to do the 3 double crochets. Now I'll meet you at my marker point because I'll show you how we're going to do the increase again, exactly how we did at the bottom here, okay? Okay, everyone, so I've gotten to where my marker is, okay, and this is right on top of my first flower from the 8. So on the next one, we're going to start to do the increase like we did on the bottom ones here. So I'm going to skip 1, continue to do the double crochet. On this second one, I'm going to do 2 on the same stitch. Remember we did that with the other bottom one, and then come back and have the first increase. We need to do 6. So on the next 2, I am not doing any increase. I'll be doing the increase on the third one, every third one. We need to do 6 times. So doing the normal one, no increase. Skipping again, the next one, no increase. Okay, so we have the 3 double crochets, coming back, doing the back one. Now the next one, I'm going to do the increase. So skip a space, 1 on the second one. I'm going to do 2 on the same stitch. So I have my second increase. And this is how we're going to do until we get to the flower here. Okay, so always doing an increase, or should I say an increase, no increase, an increase. You have the 2 double crochets together. Okay, so we have the 2 double crochets, increase, and then you skip 2. Increase, skip 2, increase, skip 2, increase, okay, until you have 6. So far I have 2. I have 4 more to create. And the same thing on the other side. We have to have 63 of these motifs all together, all the way around. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished doing my 63 motifs. Here I have put the marker so you guys can just see. When I did my increase, that means that we did 2 on the same double crochet, okay, and then no increase on 2, and the next one increase. I have it 6 times. Now this row is going to be about double crochets, 1 per stitch, but as soon as you get here to where your increase, when you start your first increase, which I put my marker, we're going to add 2 together on the same stitch. We need to do 6 increases with the double crochet, okay? So I'll show you once I get here. So I'm going into the next one and hope I didn't pull all these strings together. That's the one from the bottom. I'm going to tie this thread from when I started. I'm going to tie it at the end when I finish. So coming into the next one, stretching, single, 1 chain. That's my first double crochet. So 1 per stitch. And then when I get to the marker, I'm increasing 2 on the same stitch. 6 times on each side, the same way where we have done the increase with this sideways double crochet. Okay, so I'll meet you at the marker. Okay, everyone, so I'm reaching my first marker point, which I'll be doing 2 double crochets on the same stitch. That's my first increase, so I don't need this marker anymore. I've done my first increase, 2 on the same stitch, and then 1 per stitch until my next marker, and do 2 on the same stitch again. And we'll do the same thing on the other side of the pattern at the oval point. If you know where your increase was, then you know where you have to do the increase. If you're not sure, then put your markers on your first increase of the sideways double crochet. So I'm arriving on my second marker, and I'm going to do 2 on the same stitch. So this is my second increase, and then 1 per stitch. We're going to do this all the way around, so 2 together in the increases. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, into the next row. Now this row, we're going to do I'm going to stretch my thread, come into the next one, do a single and 1 chain. This would equal my double crochet, and I'm going to do 5 chain again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, coming in my 4th with a single, and then I'll complete my other double crochets when I come around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 1, 2, 3 on your 4th. We're going to do 4 double crochets, 1 per stitch. This is how we're going to do this row all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3 on my 4th single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. 4 double crochets again, 1 per stitch. And then when I come around, I'll complete the other 3 double crochets that is missing here. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've arrived at the end, and we have 24 groups of 4 double crochet. I'm going to come in the center of this 5 chain with 3 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain. Coming into the next one, 3 singles. Jumping from the chain to the next chain, we're going to do 4 chain. 2, 3, 4. Coming in again, doing the 3 singles. We're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. 6 chains. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Into the next one. 1, 2, 3 singles again. So we're going to have this loop here so we can finish off the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, and repeat again. 1, 2, and 3 singles. 6 chain. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Into the next one, 3 singles. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I'm on my last 3 singles. I've done 2 chain, and I'm going to do the sideways half double crochet so I can end up here inside of this chain. I'm going to come back in and do a single and 1 chain. I'm coming inside of the 6 chain, and I'm going to do 10 double crochets inside of my 6 chain. I've done my 10 double crochets. I'm going to do 2 chain, come inside of my 4 chain here with a single, 2 chain, and again on my 6 chain do the 10 double crochets. We're going to proceed this way all the way around the same way, and I'll meet you at the end of my row. 10 double crochets, 2 chain, single, 10 double crochets, 2 chain, and single. Okay, everyone, so I'm reaching the end. We're going to create the last row. I've done my 2 chains. I'm going to come in where I started that first single, remember? And I'm going to slip stitch. I'm going to do the walk. Into that first double crochet with a single and 1 chain. That's my first double crochet. 1, 2, 3. That's for my picot. I'm going to skip this one and going into the next one. So I'm only skipping the second double crochet here, and I will be skipping the second last also. 1, 2, 3, coming in, coming from the back of this double crochet and picot. All the other ones are 1 per stitch, 3 chain, coming from the back, picot, double crochet, 3 chain, coming from the back of that double crochet, picot, so I'll be having 8 double crochets and 7 picots. And now I'm skipping the before last and going into the last one. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 picots. Going to come directly inside of the next one. 1, 2, 3, picot. Skip the second double crochet and continue on as we just did, all the way around the same way. And we're pretty much done with the pattern. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a beautiful pattern. Thank you so much, Luzvania Crochet. You're absolutely amazing. I will leave her link to her channel below. You guys can go there, check out her work, subscribe to her channel. You can put whatever language you like, give her the thumbs up. She's absolutely amazing. And I will be back with you in the next tutorial. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. It helps the channel to grow, and also give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. It costs you guys nothing. It's for free. So we're skipping the before last also, and double crochet, and then go directly into the first one, so you know that you're skipping the next one. Okay. I'll leave it at that. And if you haven't seen the round one or the rectangle, I will leave the links below. This is absolutely stunning. So I'll leave all the links on all of them, and you can create. And thank you for your request. This was a special request to have the oval. Thank God she had the oval also created. Less work for my brain, but I would have created the oval. Absolutely. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Until next time, God bless. Bye-bye.